Hello and hi everyone. I am Safwan Suhairi and still a static technique using a use case against data model. Static technique is one of the technique in requirement verification. So for our project, we come up with a table of the defects and the solution. So the first defect that we found is that our data model missing cardinalities. So to solve the problem is that we add cardinalities between the entity that can be expanded to not optional and mandatory relationship. So for the second one is that we identify the data model missing an entity. So to solve the problem, we add GPS provider entity that manage the navigation of the nearest hospital. So for the third defect is that we found that our external entities that we interact with the system are not identified in use case. uh, our our solution is that we add actor GPS provider into the use case as they play a part in the system. So for the fourth defect, insufficient requirement identified in our use case. So to solve the problem is that we add system process to navigate the actor, which is the patient, to nearest location that will be managed by the actor, which is our GPS provider. Okay, this is our data model. So for our version 1, which is our first version of data model, we come up with patient, doctor or specialist, application and administrator. We identify that our data model is missing cardinalities and an entity. So for our proposed solution is that we come up with cardinalities. Cardinalities is the relationship between each process. So from here we can see that patient is now can have one or many application, and doctor can have one or many application, and for the rest also come up with one and many application. This is the new entity that we are missing, GPS provider. Next, I will cover on use case. The one that highlighted in red is what we came up from our proposed solution. We have a new actor named GPS provider. GPS provider will interact with our system by providing GPS data, which include fetch coordinates and also include locate hospital. Yeah, in order to locate the hospital, our patient will go through manage appointment and search for doctors and extend to view the hospital. So from the hospital, they can locate to our nearest hospital. So by that, we found that this actor is important to our system because one of our functional requirement is that we build this system to help our patient to find or to navigate to our nearest hospital. So that's all. Thank you.
Before that, Assalamualaikum and Salam Sejahtera. My name is Joerizal and I will be presenting about the dynamic technique for the prototype. Okay, first of all is the defects for the prototype. As stated on the static technique, the improved use case added a new actor that is the GPS provider, the satellite. Based on the diagram below, the view hospital and the coordinate or GPS data currently not available. This is the diagram as I mentioned above. The view location for this doctor is not available, and also on the hospital searching, the guide is not completed. Okay, for the proposed solution is to add view location button on the doctor profile on the specialty to make it easier for patient to view the doctor location. This is the proposed solution. As you can see here, this is the view location button, and if a user click here, it will view the location of the hospital, and also user can also click the start button to start their travel to the hospital from their location. Alright, for the other one is to add more guide on how to search a hospital. So basically, after a user click this hospital name, it will view the hospital location, and the user can click in the directions to view the current direction from the hospital, like the how many kilometers from their location to the hospital. And also user can also click this start button to guide their travel from their location to the hospital. Alright, that's all from me. Thank you.
My name is Ong Pei Kang. Now I will present about the design qualities which could satisfy the requirements in our project. We have identified 3 design qualities. For the first design quality is fitness for purpose, and the following requirements are: the application should allow the user to enter a unique username and password to log in the system. The application should be able to edit and display users' profile information. The application must allow the user to view their medical records. The application should be able to display the required list of doctors and their hospital regards to the illness. The application should allow the user to book an appointment by selecting available date and time slot. The application must allow the user to cancel the booking within 24 hours before their appointment date. The application should notify the user within 48 hours before appointment. The application should be able to display nearest location of hospital around 10 kilometers from the user's current location. The application should be able to navigate the user to their preferred hospital. The application should allow the patient to filter available doctor by the gender, location, language used, and the preferred day of an appointment. For the second design quality is security, and the following requirements are: the application provide user authentication. All data is stored locally on the mobile device to reduce security risk. And the application should implement patient privacy provision as set out in Ministry of Health. For the last design equality is the reliability, and the following requirements are: the application should be available for use 24 hours per day, and the downtime within normal working hours should not exceed 5 seconds in any one day. So that's all. Thank you.
My name is Mugilan Jayabalan, and today I'll be presenting about change and priority. For our first change, it would be a new bug. As the development team identifies and documents defects, bug fixes can quickly become a high priority requirement. Next, shift in market demand. Safwan must meet its users' needs, in this case, patient, doctors, and admin. The needs and wants of a user base can impose requirements on a project at any time. This is not the start. Next, miscommunication. Requirements result from collaboration between the stakeholders and the development team, and the communication isn't always 100% clear. Next, time and cost. Budget cuts, changes in the project schedule, personnel changes, layoffs, system and technological resource changes can bring significant changes to the requirement. Next, law and regulations change. Software serving certain industries fall under specific laws and regulations. For example, healthcare regulation drives software requirements for data encryption and backup protection in the project. Next up, priority. From here, we can see which requirements have a high priority. For number one, the reason being is that it's used to build a unique digital profile for the user. So to ensure that the user is identifiable. For number two, it's important for the patients to get the appointment in a specific interest for their comfort. For number three, when a patient needs an appointment urgently but sees that their doctor is fully booked, they may look at the schedules of other available doctors for their illness at any specific hospital. For number four, reducing patients' wait times as they know when to show up for their appointment. For number 5, medical records provide patients and doctors with better understanding of illness as it covers the treatment history, lab results, prescription history, and upcoming appointments. For number 6, it helps users that have an emergency. For number 7, the priority will be medium until number 8. So the reason being is profiles helps patients and doctors being more knowledgeable of each other. For number 8, notifications about upcoming appointments help the patients and doctors not to forget about them. For number 9, the priority is low. The reason being, if an appointment is cancelled well in advance, other patients may receive a notification when the new slot opens. This is not really a priority because the patient can already search for when they want their specific appointment or when the doctor is available. Next, design quality will be security. For number 1 and number 2, the priority will be high, and number 3 will be low. For number 1, the reason is that it's essential that the patient information is confidential and is never disclosed to anyone apart from the authorized medical staff and the patients themselves. Number 2, password provides the first line of defense against unauthorized access to the user's personal information. Number 3, additional layer of encryption is already provided by the operating system. We don't really need this because the database already provides enough encryption, so it's a low priority. Next step is reliability. The first requirement will have a high priority because the users need to be able to access to their medical records and appointment lists at any time. For number 2, the priority will be medium. Network failures and outages leads to loss of production and loss of revenue.